Stop chasing him. Do this instead and watch him chase you. Let me tell you something most people won't say out loud. The moment you start chasing a man, you slowly start losing him. Not because you're not enough, not because you don't love hard enough, but because chasing shifts the entire dynamic in a way most women don't even realize. And I've seen this play out more times than I can count. She starts off confident, calm, grounded in herself. Then something changes. Maybe his energy shifts. Maybe the texts get shorter. Maybe the effort isn't what it used to be. And suddenly, she feels it. That quiet panic. So she leans in harder. She texts more. She tries to fix it. She gives more love, more attention, more patience, thinking, if I just show him how much I care, he'll come back. But here's the truth. That's the exact moment things begin to fall apart. Because when a man starts pulling away and you respond by chasing, you remove the one thing that creates attraction, space. See, men don't respond to pressure. They respond to absence. They don't respond to emotional urgency. They respond to emotional control. And when you chase, you unknowingly create pressure. Pressure to respond. Pressure to meet expectations. Pressure to match energy he may not even understand himself. And instead of coming closer, he steps back even further. Not because he hates you, not because he wants to hurt you, but because your energy starts to feel heavy. And most men don't know how to carry emotional weight like that, so they escape it. Now here's where everything changes. The moment she stops chasing, everything shifts. Not overnight, not instantly, but subtly, powerfully, undeniably. She stops texting first. She stops over-explaining. She stops trying to hold the connection together by herself. And instead, she steps back, and something interesting happens. Silence enters the space. And that silence, it speaks louder than anything she ever said, because now he feels it. The absence. The missing energy, the missing presence, the missing version of her that used to always be there. And for the first time, he starts thinking, wait, what changed? Why isn't she reaching out? Why does it feel different? Because now he's experiencing contrast, and contrast is what creates awareness. Before, she was always there, always available, always giving, always showing up. So he got comfortable, not intentionally, just naturally, because human nature leans toward comfort. But comfort without effort kills appreciation. And when she stepped back, she removed that comfort, not as a punishment, but as a boundary. And that boundary, it forced him to feel something he hadn't felt before. Loss, even if it wasn't permanent. Even if it wasn't dramatic, it was enough. Enough to make him notice, enough to make him think, enough to make him feel the difference between having her and not having her. And that's when something else happens. She changes too. Because stepping back isn't just about him. It's about her remembering who she was before she started chasing. She starts focusing on herself again, her life, her goals, her peace. She stops checking her phone every 5 minutes, stops tying her mood to his behavior, stops shrinking herself to maintain a connection that wasn't balanced. And slowly, she becomes magnetic again. Not because she's trying to impress him, but because she's no longer trying to hold on to him. And that energy, that's what draws him back. Because men don't chase pressure. They chase value. They chase what feels rare, what feels earned, what feels like it could slip away. And when she stopped chasing, she became exactly that. Now let me be clear. This isn't about playing games. It's not about manipulation. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about self-respect. It's about understanding that your energy is valuable, and not everyone deserves unlimited access to it. Because here's another truth. A man cannot miss what he always has. If you're always there, always available, always giving, he never gets the chance to feel your absence. And without absence, there's no space for desire to grow. That's why stepping back works, because it creates that space. It gives him room to feel, to think, to realize. And if he truly values you, he'll step forward. He'll reach out. He'll try to reconnect, not because you forced him, but because he chose to. And that choice, that's what makes it real. But here's the part most women don't expect. Sometimes he doesn't come back. Sometimes the silence stays silent. And that's your answer. Because if your absence doesn't affect him, your presence never truly mattered to him in the first place. And that's not something to be sad about. That's clarity. That's freedom. That's you being saved from investing more into someone who was never fully invested in you. Because the truth is, the right man doesn't need to lose you to realize your value. He sees it while you're still there. He respects it. He matches it. He protects it. So if you have to disappear just to be appreciated, you were never truly valued to begin with. And once she understands that, everything changes. She stops chasing permanently, not to get him back, but because she finally chooses herself. And that's when her power becomes undeniable. Because a woman who no longer chases is a woman who cannot be controlled. She moves differently, speaks differently, chooses differently, and attracts differently. She stops settling for half effort, stops accepting confusion, stops negotiating her worth, and the men who meet her now, they either rise to her level or they fall away. No in between. Because she's no longer trying to convince anyone to stay. She's simply observing who chooses to, and that shift, that's everything. So if you're in that place right now, where he's pulling away, where you feel the urge to chase, pause, take a breath, and remember this. You don't bring a man closer by running after him. You bring him closer by standing still in your value, by stepping back when needed, by protecting your energy, and by allowing space to reveal the truth. Because at the end of the day, you don't win by chasing love. You win by becoming someone who never has to.